All right, fire signs. Let's get your message for today. You may be a little paranoid about your body, how something looks, how something feels. Maybe you're looking at yourself naked and you're not really liking what you're seeing. So it's like, let me get in the gym, or, oh, I bent down and that hurt, or I caught a cramp. Let me see how I can work on this. You could be a social media influencer, or you're watching someone who is. Yeah. Someone has some type of fear of success. Whether you're fearing their success, you're the influencer and you have some type of fear of success and you need validation. It's time for you to get up and move on from this. You also need to speak up about something. You could have lied, or you could have given your word, or wrote your name down for something, signed up for something, and you need to speak up about it, fire signs. Somebody don't see you for who you want them to see you as, okay? And so that's why maybe you feel like, okay, well, I'm hiding my true feelings because they don't really see me. They don't see you. You could be a boss, becoming a boss, and or it's like, oh, I wish I had a better one. It's someone in your circle, but the why won't change it. Okay. What's going on with someone in your circle? Someone in fire sign circle. They have some type of uncertainty that something's going to work out for you. I don't know. I feel like I heard like I did. Fly. Somebody want to be a fly on the wall when it comes to you. They want to know how you do something. But somebody in your circle, they were uncertain that whatever it is that you were trying to build, it was going to work. Somebody also could have been secretly in some type of competition with you, especially if you were dabbling with a Pisces or a Capricorn, or this is how they feel about you. You could be a mother figure, but they could feel like you're smothering, or you have some type of insecurity secretly. You're insecure when it comes to doing something with structure or giving yourself some type of discipline. It's like they have hope that you can balance things out for yourself, but at the same time, they step back and let you do it on your own. They don't think about it. If you're confused, or if you can get something to work, or if you're conflicted on some type of like competition or some type of ego, you need to get out of it. This is based in insecurity. Have some type of faith that you can be disciplined and bring balance to yourself by yourself. Okay, so you don't need to be competing with nobody. You don't need to be looking at nobody's numbers and looking at your numbers. You don't need to be mind on your own. Okay, mind on your own. You need to make some type of request. But again, I think you need to speak up. Somebody may not ask you why, because they may feel like the why won't change anything if you were the person that did something. But it feels like, again, you need to lay something to rest, or you may be laying someone to rest. My condolences if you lose someone. There may be a karmic Sagittarius in your energy. It's okay not to be okay. Just don't stay there too long, okay? You are leaving a trail and or making your own path. You need to be excited when it comes to it. The next 48 hours could be important. What's going on with fire signs for the next 48 hours? At the bottom of the deck, something's up. Okay, so somebody that you have love for, or they're supposed to have love for you, it seems like it's cut off, but they don't fear this at all. It's like a hard cut off. It's not a smooth transition at all. They're going to recover on their own. They're releasing some type of burden because they know that they were not irrational when they made some type of decision. They were not doing something out of spitefulness. Yeah, so it's like, you know what? Okay, cool. This is the game you want to play. This is how you want to move. I'm just going to move around it. This is either you saying this or they're saying this, okay? There was definitely some type of group activity. It was more than one person involved. Let's see. Who is involved for fire sign? This could be a Gemini, a Taurus, someone with the initial R, a Capricorn, the initial G, the initial A, heavy on the Taurus, a Cancer, the initial I, an Aries, a Leo, the initial M, a Cancer, a Virgo. Okay. That's who's involved. You caught a break or you're about to catch a break, so make sure you thank your ancestors. Something about uno, or just skipping past it to the next person. Something may not go in your favor. What is this that may not go in your fire sign's favor? Okay, this could be regarding a water sign. Maybe you were trying to get someone to retreat and feel like, okay, well, no, if you go to this person, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to love this. You're going to feel like you're overindulging. You're going to feel like you're unsatisfied emotionally. And it seems like now they have some type of clarity that you were unstable, or you were someone that's not really someone that's secure in their family, and you didn't really support them, and so they're going anyway. So if you try to divert somebody, it didn't work. If somebody tried to divert someone from coming towards you, it didn't work. They're still coming. Okay, you never needed him or her, you just needed to see it for yourself. So now it seems like somebody's ready to explode with anger and or just energy. Okay, they could be getting some type of multiple streams of income, of love and or support. Again, if this is not you, this is them, and this is just the beginning. You could have some type of allergy and or just something that's bothering you, something that you eat, you're like, oh, I just don't know. An air sign is involved. Somebody could have been lying on or about a pregnancy. Okay, you could be repeating the same patterns as your parents, so be careful when it comes to like breaking generational curses, or maybe you're just realizing this. You're like, okay, well, I gotta cut this out. All right, when it comes to a Capricorn, it seems like they only want you, or maybe you only want them. Maybe you want to go on a romantic date somewhere where you guys are laughing, but you're like, okay, well, let's laugh together because somebody tried to wrong us. You want to get engaged to this person for sure. You're like, no, I just don't want to be with you sexually, even though you want to be with them sexually. And you're like, no, I really want to, feel like if we can get happy. And they're like, oh, I'm not sure. I feel like you'll get me off course, or I feel like you'll get me distracted. Something may get approved for you, or they may end up approving it anyway, okay? But again, something backfired when it comes to someone else, and they didn't think the ball was going to be in your court, but it is. Let's see. Let's get a little nosy. For fire signs, what backfired? Somebody tried to have you worried. Yeah. Somebody felt like if they could have you in some type of pessimistic attitude about your growth and about your discipline, that you would be indecisive. You would start to trust them more, and then it's like, okay, well, you would forgive yourself for surrendering something or letting something go. It's like, okay, well, you decided to quit your job and be an entrepreneur, and it's like, okay, well, your family didn't like that, so they wanted you to feel bad about making this decision, so that way you would go back and just admit that you were wrong, or they just wanted you to feel like you were off your high horse, but you decided to trust yourself. And so now that you do, you have some type of good health and or high honor, and they want your forgiveness for being indecisive about you. They see how disciplined you are and how much growth you have, and they're worried about what they're gonna have to give up now. It backfired. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into this, since I was going to pick this up anyway. What's going on? There may be something like you need to discuss with someone. You're like, oh, well, I really wasn't going to talk about it. But somebody's like, no, I already know, so you might as well bring this up, or this is the last time we talking. What's going on for fire signs? Bring it up. You have some type of wisdom about a friendship or about a relationship. Maybe at one point you thought somebody was just impulsive and doing stuff just because, but you're realizing that they wasn't, and now you're wanting to have a connection. You wanted to go spin a block on someone. There could be some type of age difference on this connection. Somebody has a talent, whether you or them. But you want to go towards them because you feel like you are about to be alone. You walked away from a relationship, or you walked away from a scenario, and you're kind of like, okay, well, I don't really want to be alone. I don't really want to look like a clown. So let me see if I can go towards this person and discover if they're curious about me too. To see if they're curious about building a family, and if we can have some type of pleasure. What's their response? We got failure in reverse. So something, for some of y'all, it may work, but they may hold back initially. They may be like, okay, well, let me see what you're really trying. Yeah, waiting. It's like, well, let me see what you're really trying to put up into. Let me see how you act in different avenues and different energies, and when you're upset and when you're not. Like, let me see how we can truly work together. And if so, then sure, I am interested in something that's solid. So they may say yes. Who is this? This could be someone with the initial M, first, middle, or last. This could be an Aquarius. Someone with the initial P, a Leo, the initial Q, a Pisces, heavy on the Pisces, a Libra, the initial K, Y, or W. All right, final confirmations. Fire signs. You could be randomly crying or running into someone who is. Maybe you didn't know that they were on edge, or as much as they are. Maybe you want to step in to help, or you're going to go step in to help to someone else, and at the point that you want to help them, you may randomly cry about the situation, okay? No, it is definitely them. Let's see. It's definitely who for fire signs. All right, it could be definitely you, fire signs, for sure. Or it's a Cancer. Heavy on a Cancer, a Virgo, or a Leo. What's the red flag when it comes to this person you're thinking about? This person's distracted. They have tantrums. They have issues admitting defeat. They're like, oh, no, I have a new vision. No, I have a new thing. And it's just out of possession and control. They actually don't. They're actually very lazy. They don't really know how to achieve some type of success and or value for themselves, by themselves. So you need to walk away. It's time for you to move on. Okay, this could be with an Aries, a Virgo, heavy on the Virgo, a Capricorn, a Leo, heavy on the fire sign. Okay, it's time. Final confirmations for fire signs. Give it time to play out, or give yourself time to manifest. Some strings are attached to this person. Something is meant for you, even if it feels a little restricting at the moment. You need to move like you never met them, even with you and your kids. Okay, look at the red flags and suppress the worries. It may feel like a burden, but move on.